Forest fires, earthquakes, hurricanes, recessions, pandemics, social media, children's show characters turning creepy, extreme poverty. What else could go wrong, and what could this all be leading to? Well, it doesn't seem like anything good, or maybe they are all just coincidences. But have you ever thought that maybe it's leading to the rise and coming of the Antichrist? Because some other people out there have, and they have some pretty strong opinions on who exactly the Antichrist could be. Hey everyone, Dewey Stewart back with another intense video today, because today we are counting down the top 10 living people who might be the Antichrist. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready to fight evil, because here we go. Starting us off at number 10, we have the notorious Conor McGregor. Let me start off by saying I was once a huge fan of this guy, as I am myself a big UFC fan. But year after year, especially recently, he has become less and less likable. Even just yesterday, he was at the VMAs and reportedly asked Machine Gun Kelly for a photo, and when Kelly denied him, it escalated into a little scuffle and Conor throwing a drink at him. Now, aside from that, Conor's last loss was pretty horrific, not just by how it ended, but how he also acted in the end. His last loss was at UFC 264, and after McGregor cracked a bone in his left leg and went down, he continued to yell threats at Poirier, his opponent, and his family. That's pretty messed up. On top of that, he is also notoriously quoted saying, "We're not here to take part, we're here to take over." Sounds like something the Antichrist would say, does it not? Now, I have also seen this guy live. He came to Toronto a few years back for a press conference with the Mayweather fight, and let me tell you, when that guy walked up on stage and told everyone to quiet, everyone, including the Mayweather fans, respected that. And then he lifted his arms up and everyone went nuts. If that's not something that the Antichrist could do, I don't know what is. It was powerful as hell, and I'm just saying, it's probably him. Coming in at number 9, we have the Pope. For hundreds of years, there has always been a Pope to head the Catholic Church and was stationed in the Vatican. There, the Pope has many large and important duties, but what exactly are they? Some people have gone on to accuse that all of the popes have been the Antichrist reincarnated. I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me that they keep on switching to the new Pope every time the title is passed on to a new one or when a former Pope passes away, but it's an interesting hypothesis. I mean, the Pope wouldn't be an obvious choice because you would think he would be the one closest to Christ, but maybe he is the exact opposite. Even Martin Luther stated during the Protestant Reformation that the papacy was indeed the Antichrist. So yeah, I don't know about this one, but the current Pope Francis, we may just have to keep a closer eye on him. Coming in at number 8, we have Mark Zuckerberg. If you don't know who this guy is, then you must have been living under a rock for the past, I don't know, 10 years. Mark Zuckerberg is the man credited with creating the popular worldwide social media site Facebook. I'm guessing just about every single one of you watching this has a Facebook account, and let me tell you, some people have accused Zuckerberg as being the Antichrist. But what? Just because he is rich and maybe a bit of a jerk? I don't know, I've never met him, but that makes him the Antichrist? No! He is training all of his followers, and who are they? They're us! At least that's what some people theorize. Maybe these Facebook accounts have been us secretly coming into his army without us even knowing it, and he's just waiting for the rapture to activate all of us and take over the world. Maybe. Maybe. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Coming in at number 7, we have the infamous Bill Gates. That's right, the co-founder of the Microsoft Corporation might just be the Antichrist. Some people have theorized this one for quite a while, as he has been one of the richest people on earth for quite a few years, and that maybe Microsoft is his huge Antichrist army that will rise up with him come the day of the rapture. I mean, his former wife Melinda Gates maybe was onto something and that's why she divorced him, I don't know. But does Melinda know something that we don't? Well, probably, but I wouldn't say that it's her former husband being the Antichrist. Although just like the Pope, he does have a pretty good boy cover. Bill is also the co-founder of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is a non-profit organization that fights poverty, disease, and inequity all around the world. What a nice little distraction from all of your Antichrist activities, Mr. Gates. Maybe he's not so squeaky clean after all. Coming in at number 6 is Jeffrey Bezos. Let me just get out of my head. If you haven't watched Bo Burnham's Inside Yet special on Netflix, go and watch that. He has a very catchy song called Jeffrey Bezos, and I have not been able to get it out of my head for the last, I don't know, month and a half. It is one of the catchiest songs ever. Anyway, back to Bezos himself. The owner and CEO of the worldwide shopping site Amazon has been accused of being the Antichrist. I mean, this one kind of fits. Amazon has been known for some less than appropriate and kind work environments, as well as, look at this guy. He just looks evil. That head is way too polished and shiny, and he is also most recently the richest man in the world. Yo, what the heck, man? You got all rich while more and more people went broke during COVID? Were all of those Amazon orders funding your end of the world army? Was this the plan all along? I mean, are we close to the rapture? I don't know, Jeffrey. You tell me. At the very least, you can also pay me to keep quiet. I won't say a thing. It won't be much either. It's just gonna be, I don't know, $2 million? That's nothing to you anyway, right? So, shut me up. Coming in at our halfway point at number 5, we have Barney the Dinosaur. Now this one just makes my heart hurt. I watched Barney growing up and loved every single episode. I even had his VHSs, plushes, a small little bowl I used for snacks, the CDs, all of it. But I realize now that that was the evil dinosaur brainwashing a young Dewey, readying me for the uprising. Okay, maybe not. I'm just going to debunk this one right now. I sadly found out when I was a little bit older than 4, I'm sorry, that Barney the Dinosaur wasn't even a real dinosaur. He was just a person in a giant dinosaur suit. So if he ain't even real, then I will refuse this one wholeheartedly. Although the former actor who played Barney is now a bit of a controversial character. He does a lot of controversial practices. His name is David Joyner and apparently now runs a creepy massage practice, but only with women, himself being the only man present. Now that sounds a bit creepy, doesn't it? But he also maybe was brainwashing us when we were kids after singing "I love you, you love me" countless times. Sounds like a chant to the Antichrist, doesn't it? Coming in at number 4, we have the Geico Gecko, a distant cousin from Barney the Dinosaur. I don't know, I'm just gonna say it. Just maybe, but maybe people have accused the famous Geico Gecko of being the Antichrist as well. Another tiny, small, and lovable animal that would make none of us suspect an evil lord uprising. I will say one characteristic of the Antichrist is that he will speak boastfully. Now that one fits. I have listened to this little lizard for years saying that switching to Geico can save you 15% or more on car insurance and always bragging about it. And he would always wave his easygoing, stressless, not a care in the world life in front of us and on our screens, and that felt evil and boastful. So this one checks out. Honestly, if I had to choose any of these that were most probable, I would probably go with this one. I'm coming after you, Geico Gecko. Starting us off in our top 3 at number 3, we have the one, the only Barack Obama. I mean, almost every president has been accused of being the Antichrist, but one thing that is very peculiar here is apparently the day after the 2008 election when Obama won, in Illinois, the pick 3 lottery numbers that were picked were 666, the number of the beast. He also does have a book out called The Promised Land, and his wife Michelle Obama also has a world famous book out called Becoming. Very interesting titles if you ask me. Maybe it's the stories of becoming the Antichrist and creating the Promised Land. Just saying, very appropriate, but I don't know. Once again, I doubt it. I still have my money on the Geico Gecko. Coming in at number 2, we have the infamous Donny T. That's right, the 45th President of the United States has also been accused of being the Antichrist. The man still has many supporters all over the world, even though he was only the president of one country, so that's really weird and just whatever. He has also been known to have quite the interesting Twitter and social medias before, but he has since been banned from most platforms, which I find really funny, but also, I think is proof that he isn't the Antichrist. Because if he was, then I don't know, I think it wouldn't be this easy to take the Antichrist down, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, Donnie, if you ever rise again, we'll be watching. And finally, coming in at our number 1 spot is the one, the only, and current President of the United States is Joey B. President Joe Biden. Like I said, almost every president has been accused of being the Antichrist, and that isn't excluding the current president either. I mean, if Barack and Michelle had any possibility to being the evil being, they could have passed on the title to Biden after they left office. They just could have. I mean, the Bidens and Obamas are obviously very close, as President Biden was once the vice president before, but I don't think there is enough evidence to support this one just yet. So we'll just have to sit tight and watch like the rest of the people on this list. There you have it, that has been our top 10 living people who might be the Antichrist. Now what did you think? Who is the Antichrist to you? I'm not gonna let up here. I think it's the Geico Gecko. I know for a freaking fact, this little reptile evil overlord is coming for all of us. Mark my words. Anyway, let me know what you thought down in the comments, and don't forget to smash those like and subscribe buttons too. Until next time, I have been your host Dewey Stewart, and I will see you all back here very soon. Be good to yourself, friends. Just go for an adventure. Oh, do we do a pop collar? Huh? We're gonna get... Just how douchey do you want to get here? Not that bad. Okay, here we go.